Okay, today we're going to do Module 5, Lesson 13. And our objective is to relate manipulative representations to the subtraction algorithm and use addition to explain why the subtraction method works. So today we're going to subtract 3-digit numbers using the vertical method. Here I've already set up my problem vertically. I have 244 minus 121. Remember, we need to line up our ones, our tens, and our hundreds very neatly. Let's think about how we would use a number bond to show this problem. Well, when we are subtracting, we already have the whole. In a subtraction problem, the whole is the first number. So 244 is our whole. Then the number we are subtracting is one of the parts. So 121 would go here. This is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to subtract to find my missing number. We begin by drawing a magnifying glass around our top number. We always start by subtracting in the ones. Here I have a 4 minus 1. 4 is bigger than 1, so I can subtract. 4 minus 1 would give me 3. Next, I move to my tens. I have 4 minus 2. Again, 4 is bigger than 2, so I can just subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then, last I do my hundreds. Here I have 2 minus 1. 2 is bigger than 1, so again I can just subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. In this problem, I did not have to regroup because all my top numbers were bigger than my bottom numbers. So my missing number is 123. If I wanted to check my answer, I can take my two parts, add them together, and I should come up with my whole. This is how we do this. I'm going to take and draw an arrow from my answer up to the top. And I'm going to write 123 on the top. Next, I'm going to change my sign from subtraction to addition. And I'm going to bring over my middle number right under my 123. Put my equal sign. Now I'm going to add. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 1 plus 1 is 2. If I did my problem correctly, this number should match this number, which it does. 244 is the same as 244. So my answer is correct. I did this problem correctly. We are going to do a few more problems, subtracting using the vertical method, and then checking our answers using addition. Here's our next problem. 244 minus 125. Think of our number bond. Remember, when we are subtracting, we already have our whole. Our whole is the top number. So I'm going to write 244 where the whole goes. 125 is one part, and I'm looking for the other parts. So let's subtract and see what the missing part is. I start with my ones. 4 minus 5. Well, in this problem, I cannot subtract 4 minus 5. 4 is smaller than 5. So I'm going to go next door to the tens, cross out the 4 and the tens, and make it a 3. Because I'm going to take one of those tens, and I'm going to give that 10 to the 4, and make it 14. Now I can go ahead and do my subtraction. So 14 minus 5 would give me 9. Now I move on to my tens column. 3 minus 2. I can do it because 3 is bigger than 2, so 3 minus 2 is 1. and then my hundreds. 2 minus 1 is 1. So my answer in this problem is 119. Now I'm going to add my two parts together to check my answer. So draw a line from 119 up, and we're going to place 119 on the top, change my subtraction sign to an addition sign, and place 125 very neatly under 119. Put my equal sign. Now I'm going to add to see if I did my subtraction correctly. So 9 plus 5 gives me 14. I'm going to place a 4 in the ones column, and I'll place my new 10 on the equal sign in the tens column. Now add up our tens. We have 1 plus 2, which is 3, 3 plus 1, which is 4. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So now I check to see if 244 matches up here, and it does. Here's a 2, 4, 4. So I did this problem correctly, and I checked it using addition. Let's do one more problem together. Here I have 312 minus 186. Again, let's fill out our number bond. So remember, 312 is my whole, because when we subtract, the whole always goes on top. And 186 is one of my parts. Now I'm going to subtract to find what my other part is. So we start with our ones. 2 minus 6. Well, 2 is less than 6, so I need to go and borrow or take a 10. So I'm going to go next door, cross out the tens, and make it a 0. And I'm going to give the 2 a 10 and make it a 12. Now I'm going to do my subtraction. 12 minus 6 is 6. Now I move on to my tens. Here I have a 0 minus 8. Well, 0 is less than 8, so I'm going to need to go next door to the hundreds, cross it out, take one of the tens, so it becomes a 2, give a 10 to the 0, so now the 0 becomes a 10. Now do our subtraction. 10 minus 8 equals 2. And now I finish by doing my hundreds. 2 minus 1 equals 1. My missing part is 126. But now we're going to add our two parts up to make sure that we did our subtraction correctly. So draw a line from 126, place it at the top, change my subtraction sign to an addition sign, and bring my 186 over underneath my 126. Place my equal sign, and now we're going to add beginning with our ones place. 6 plus 6 would give me 12. So I put the 2 in the ones column, the new group of 10 in the tens column. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 1, which is 11. So I place a 1 in the tens column, add my new group of 100 to the hundreds column. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. Now I need to check to make sure this answer, 312, matches up top, 312. Or I can check over here, 312, and it does. That means I did my subtraction correctly. You are going to solve this problem on your own. 845 minus 152. Please fill out a number bond. And after you finish your subtraction, please show me how you would check it using addition. When you're done with this problem, you're done with today's lesson.